guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get this pretty pink look. I'm super excited because this was definitely Valentine's Day inspired. So let's go ahead and get started with the look. I'm going to go ahead and take my NYX Honey Do Me Up primer and I'm just applying that all over my face. And when I use this underneath my foundation, it gives me more of like a glow or a dewy finish look. So here I'm just taking my Maybelline Master Prime Primer and I'm just applying that onto my face. And don't mind all like the squiggly lines, that's for Instagram. And I'm just taking my hands and really rubbing that into my skin. I kind of put a little bit too much on, but that's okay. Okay, so here I'm mixing these two foundations. It's my NYX Invincible foundation and then my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. One of them is too light and then one of them is too dark. But both of these together I feel like really creates my perfect shade. And if you want to know what shades I'm using, everything will be down below for you guys in the description box. And I'm taking my beauty blender to blend out both of the foundations. And this is a little trick. Just get like the sides of your ears if you can, if your foundation is like too light for you or too dark. But it only makes a difference when your foundation is off in color. These LA Girl Pro concealers are like my favorite. But I'm taking, I want to say this is Fawn and the other one is Beautiful Bronze. I'm just taking the lighter one and I'm concealing underneath my eyes. I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose, I believe, my forehead, and then my chin. And of course I'm taking the darker concealer and I'm using that to contour with. I'm just putting it in the spots on my face where it would naturally be darker. And I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm just going to go ahead and blend all of that out. Y'all, I rarely use brushes for like my foundation, concealers, contour, all that. Like I rarely use brushes. And you want to make sure you take your time while blending all this together. I probably spend the most time blending my eyeshadows and then also blending like my foundation, concealer, contour. This of course is optional, but I'm doing a little bit of reverse contouring. I'm taking my lighter concealer because I feel like my jawline up to my contour is like kind of like the all the same shade. But I'm taking my lighter concealer and I'm just going underneath of my contour a bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out in a second. And yeah, I know I don't need it, but I use a lot of concealer, so I'm just gonna touch underneath my eyes just a little bit more, just a tiny bit. This is my Airspun loose face powder and I believe translucent. It's really good. I really like it. What I do is my trick, I don't go straight into the can. I kind of put it onto my hand, dab it in some, and then I take the remainder and dab that underneath my eyes. I just feel like when I go from straight to the can onto my face, it's just too much. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it's just too much. I feel like you get more control when you dab it onto your hand first, and it makes it all look more flawless. I feel like I don't feel like I have that much of a white cast when I do it like this too. So this is probably the most important step. Make sure you blend all this away. You don't want to look like super white or anything, or like have like a white cast on your face. And if you feel like after you blend it all together that you still have a white cast, sometimes what I do is I would take a powder and I just dab that like onto my face some. Not too much, but just a little bit just to get that color back. This is my Black Radiance Soft Focus Finishing Powder. I kind of wish I went a shade darker than this one. I want to say it was like another shade darker, but this one's fine. I'm just using it as my bronzer today. I'm using it in the same spots where I did my cream contour. I'm taking the same powder to do my nose contour, and when I do this, I always going for light hand because I don't want it to look too sharp. Okay, so moving on, I'm taking my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter, and this is my favorite drugstore highlighter. I've probably said this before, but it's my favorite highlighter from the drugstore, and it's super inexpensive. So I'm taking my Morphe 39A palette, and this is my first time using a Morphe palette. I really did like it. I feel like the colors were as pigmented as I wanted them to be, and they all blended really well. So the first shade that I used was like that mustardy orange shade, and I just put that all over my crease, and then I went into this purple shade and I blended that into the crease as well. And I was kind of going for like a halo effect with my eyes today. Okay, so now I'm taking the deep purple shade, and this is where I'm kind of making the halo effect. And I'm putting that on the outer V of my eyes and then the inner corner of my eyelids. And then I kind of connect the two while I'm blending them. I think I only show like 1 or 2 clips of me doing this, but I do go back in with that original shade that I used, the orange shade, the mustard orange shade. And I use my fluffy brush and I just make sure everything's really blended. And I do that throughout the eye look. Now I'm going into this really pretty shimmer shade. And I have to say the shimmer shades in this palette are really nice. I applied it with my fingers at first. And then I did go back in and wet my brush. And applied it with a brush later on. So I'm going back into that deep purple shade that I used before. And I'm just putting that onto my bottom lash line. And I'm connecting it into the eyeshadow that I have on my eyelid. So here's my Better Than Sex mascara. It's still one of my favorite mascaras. And I'm just using this to prep my eyelashes for falsies. Okay, so this is where I deepen up my contour. I'm taking the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. And this is in medium to dark. And I take the darkest shade in this palette. And I'm just deepening up my contour. Okay, so today I'm using my Ardell Wispy Lashes. And I'm of course trying to apply those as close to my lash line as possible. And I want to say the lash glue I use is the I Envy by Kiss lash glue, the black kind. So I actually forgot the name of the lip gloss that I use. I want to say it's like a matte lipstick, matte lip gloss. I forgot. But I'll link it down below, like I said. But it's a really pretty pale pink. And then it was a little too light for me, so I went in and used a lip liner. And I decided last minute that I didn't want to have like a matte lip gloss on, so I took this clear lip gloss that I got from the drugstore and I applied that on top. And I did take my Urban Decay All Nighter spray after this just to set my face. But that's it for the makeup look today, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below and like the video if you liked it. And I will see you next time. Bye.